Okay, here we go. I can see this recording symbol. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Power Platform Meetup May 2021 for Ahmedabad chapter powered by D65 Champs community. I'm Sagar Upani working as a techno-functional consultant and I'll be moderating this session along with Ankush Grover. Hope you all are doing well and keeping safe. So let's move ahead with the agenda for today's meetup. Here we are going to tell you who we are and how can you connect with us. Then we will share some news, updates, and upcoming events, if any there. How and the today's topic is how students can upskill using Power Platform by Haimantika Mishra, and at the last we will have Q&A. Okay, let's move ahead with the brief timeline of D65 Champs community. In 2018, community leads realized that they need a local community in Southeast Asia, so they established this community on 2018. In 2019, 10 leads teamed up and started the first chapter in Singapore. Number of leads grew, Champs went global, and expansion in more countries. In last year 2020, it was very hard year for all of us, but in that year we grow the members and leads like in various countries like Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, South Africa, and many more. In this year 2020-21, today we have LinkedIn following of 5.6 k and Kaizala membership of 850 plus. And in future you can see so more new initiative coming from our side. Then you can connect us in a social media, like we are available in LinkedIn, Twitter, Kaizala, and also we have one our portal for D365 champions, where you can post your blogs, you can read others blog, and also you can suggest whatever you want. Then here, if you want to speak in our upcoming meetups, then you can submit your session in this below mentioned link, or you can scan this QR code. Also, we are going to post all the links of social media as well as the meet CFS in a chat window meanwhile this session. Now here we have some quick updates. Like for news from Microsoft side, recently they have supported portals for PowerF CLI that is on public preview, and also Microsoft introduced custom pages in modern River app designer in Microsoft Business App to 2021. They have increased alternate key limits in data was that was I guess 5, and now they are providing support of 10 keys. Then Microsoft is a leader in Forester Wave low code development platforms for professional developers, quarter 2 2021. There is also few updates from community side that are James Roma Gupta and Golaknath Mishra selected for Table Talk in Microsoft Build. That is really good news. And also we have Priti Pipalia who won the Superstar Champ Quarter 1 2021 award for all the exceptional work she has done for D665 Champs community. Big applause for all of three guys, and looking forward for more from you side in the future. Also we have sponsor. I would like to thank our sponsor Dynamicity. They are your trusted Microsoft Dynamics and Power Platform partner. They are working in implementation, upgrades, managed services, and training providers. So you can connect with them for further inquiries. Now I would like to hand over this to my co-organizer, Ankush Grover. Ankush, over to you.
Hi everyone, my name is Ankush Grover. I'm working as a functional consultant. Have got over 10 plus years of experience. About Himantika Mitra, I'll just give a brief introduction before I hand over the session to her. She is a final year engineering student, currently interning at Microsoft. She has been a community enthusiast and helped over 1,000 students so far. Going by the motto technology for everyone, that's great. Before I hand over the session to Himantika, I would like to mention that if you have any questions, please free to drop into the chat window and we'll take it either during the session, if possible, and or during the QA time. So thank you again for joining everyone and enjoy the session. Himantika, over to you now.
Thank you, Ankush, and thank you, Sagar, and the entire D365 Champs community for the invite. So before I start, I'll just share my screen and please let me know if it's visible. I hope it's visible right now.
Yes, Hemantika, it's visible. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I hope that you all are doing good, especially looking at the particular scenario that is happening in India. So I hope that you all are safe and sound and will be the same in the upcoming days. So I am really thankful for this opportunity, and I'm here to present on the topic that how students can upskill with Power Platform. And I think the introduction that Ankush just gave was really nice and overwhelming. Thank you for that as well. So let me go forward and introduce about me. So he just included all the points that I have mentioned here as well. I am from Siliguri, that is foothills of Himalayas, and it's in North Bengal. And I am majoring in electronics, and I'll be completing my engineering very soon in a month or two. And I'm also interning at Microsoft as a support engineer. And the third point, that is I'm a community enthusiast, and by that I started my journey by being a part of Microsoft Learn student ambassador. So if there are any students who are in this call right now and you're interested to work for the community to learn, grow, and share and build together, please feel free to ask questions about that. I would love to give you links and other information about that as well. And before I proceed forward, I like to share a small story about me as well, about how my journey with the community started, how I got different opportunities, how I got to know about Power Platform. So it started in April 2020, and there was a session by Dona Sarkar, and it was held by the Student Ambassador Committee of Microsoft. So prior to that, I had no idea about platform. I was not even very like I did not even know much about communities either. So that was one of the very first sessions that I was attending, and she introduced us to Power Platform, about what Power Platform is, what we can do with it, and at the end she assigned us a small homework, which was a learning path by Microsoft Learn, that is the Power Platform Fundamentals learning path, and then told that go ahead and learn and then upskill on it. So that was the very first exposure I had with Power Platform, and I completed the entire learning path in 4 to 5 hours, and made a demo application that was already there. And soon after that, I made a COVID-19 tracker app for India, and that was a very simple one. I just used data that is open source data from COVID-19india.org. And then I made a very simple app where we can track the number of let's say the affected, active case, recovered, and so on. And that was my very first exposure and very first app as well. And since then, the journey has been full of exponential learning. And soon after that, I started getting into it more and more. I made sure that I am consistent in learning about it. And I used to also share about my learnings in Twitter and LinkedIn. And this is also known as public learning, which I wasn't aware of. Now that I know that these are the things that helped me. So this also helped me gain support and let's say more of identity from the community, that is from different communities of our platform. And from there my journey started, and I love to talk. And from there I got many opportunities to speak as well in MS Build last year, and even in Startup Change. So I was speaking in events that are international and national and small scale events as well. By that, till now, I have helped my peers who are from non-tech background to help an upskilling Power Platform, and I'm also helping people, especially in EMEA regions, to know about Power Platform, to learn and upskill about it. And before I go ahead with how students can upskill, to all the students who are here, I would like to give a small piece of advice. Being on this particular phase, I know that it's difficult to do or learn a technology that is a niche and not very popular. But let me tell you, when I started with Power Platform, there wasn't many opportunities that were listed in LinkedIn or that I got. But I got my first internship at a startup in USA, and that was through the community again. So you see that how community and learning technology actually helps. And after that, I got numerous opportunities, and those were mostly based out of India. So if you're looking to upskill on technology and you really like it, I'm sure that after a few months, since technology evolves very fast, opportunities will come knocking at your door. Next, we'll talk about how students can use Power Platform. And if somebody is new here in the call, I would say that the Power Platform, it has four services, that is Power Automate, Power Apps, Power BI, and Power Virtual Agent. So with Power Automate, what we are doing is we are automating our daily stuffs, or we can automate a lot of things. There are over 275 plus connectors so far, and it's being added every day. And you can even go ahead and make your own connector by connecting a third party API. So that can be done as well. And even I used it for my personal projects. And then we have Power Apps, by which we can make apps or portals. And then we have Power BI, by which we can visualize the data. And lastly, Power Virtual Agent, that is the little uh, bot that, or the let's say, that we have in our portals or apps that helps us answer a few questions. So by learning this entire Power Platform, these are the few things that I've listed the students can do. Firstly, Power Automate. Since I was very active in the community and I had to send a lot of invites for different events, so I made a thing that I automated this entire process. Whenever there is a submission that is coming from the Microsoft form that would be circulated, I made Power Automate, and that's readily available in the template as well. So whenever registration is received, an email would go to them with the event link, that is, hi, thanks for submitting. This is an event link. We look forward to host you on this and this date. So this is something that you can do, and this is just one example. We can use our creativity and make a lot of things with Power Automate. And the templates that we have there are very useful as well. And some connectors as students, which I particularly love, is Twilio. We can play around with it and do a lot of things, and even solve real life use cases with that. And Power Apps, like I've written here, that is to make real life products from our ideas. I think this was one of the most fascinating things that appeared to me, because I used to have a lot of ideas in my mind, but not being very technically adept, I could never really make those apps. And then learning those technology and then building an app sounded very hectic to me. But with Power Platform, this all became a reality, and it also came handy to me during hackathon, since I used to participate in those as well. So whenever I had to show my idea in the form of a prototype, and we had very little timeline, that is almost 24 to 72 hours. And within that time, what I used to do is I used to make a prototype in Power Platform, and I go by the motto that less is the code, less is the error. So that often made me a winner, or at least in the runner-up position that way. So I would say that you can use it in hackathons rather than solving. You can also solve real life use cases with that. And next, Power BI. It's a great tool for viewing your data. And since the students, we also have a thought in mind that we need to get a job or we need to get an internship. So for all those who are in the data science path, or are looking to get placed as a data analyst, this is one of the skills which is listed in almost every company. And I think that having a knowledge of Power BI will also help you have an ace over other applicants if you know Power BI. And lastly, Power Virtual Agent. This gives the extra touch to our apps or portal, and any app, or and it's quite easy to build as well. We don't need to code. We can give our knowledge base, and it will train automatically and give us the our desired results. Or if you want to take it to some other level, we can also integrate it with Q&A Maker of Azure, and there are a lot of things that we can do. So whatever I just listed are not all inclusive, and we can definitely use our creativity to make something more, and even think of an idea that I never thought of. So I would definitely suggest all of you to go ahead and try. And as students, the only thing that we require is a student account, and I do not have it because my college do not have a student account assigned to us. So in that way, what we can do is we can make a tenant. It lasts for 30 days. So within 30 days, we can make the best use of it and learn what is there in it. Moving forward, I would like to talk to you about some solutions by the student community. So we get to know that this Power Platform, which was a professional thing, is now being used by students to solve scenarios in their schools or in their colleges or even in the society. I have listed very few examples, but I can also talk to you about other examples and people from Nepal and other countries as well who are solving really nice use cases. So what we see on the screen is a community engagement app by Somles Diko. So he stays in South Africa and he studies in Durban University. And he was telling that what happens in his university is there are a lot of communities that are there, and these organizations or these communities, they come up with a lot of opportunities. But since there are so many in number, it often becomes difficult for students to know about these opportunities, because there is not one stop destination where they can look up to. They just need to run here and there, or they need to be in contact with a lot of people to know what's going on. So he came up with an idea, that is, why not create a Power App? And he made a very wonderful Canvas app that solves this particular issue. So he has a very nice looking login screen that we can see in the second and the third picture. So if you have already registered, they can log in, and those who not, they can register from his particular app. And once registered, it goes to the second screen, that is welcome, let's get started. And from there you can see your profile, so that helps you keep a track of all the opportunities that you have applied to, or all the communities that you are a part of. And from the organizations, they get to know what are the organizations that are there, and details about the organizations, what are the events they are holding, what are the opportunities they have. So I really liked this idea by Somles, because he just something which was very simple was becoming a hectic task for student, and that was a wonderful solution by him. So this was one example. Moving forward, we have a component app by Usman. And I think that I can totally relate to him this way, because being an electronics engineer and having to create a lot of projects that required microcontrollers or other solid state devices, and going to the component store in our college and finding them was a very big, or let's say, mammoth task for us. And most of the times, the one in charge wouldn't even have a track of all the components that they had. So most of the times what we had to do it, we had to purchase from outside. And he had a similar issue in his let's say in his college as well. So what he did was he made a very simple component app, and then he went to his component store and said that, hey, I want to make an app so that students can come and they know what is the availability, if there are any Arduinos or not, what if yes, what number is it there, so that they don't have to go to the component store and come with empty handed. So he made an app, and that would list all the components that were available in the store. And on moving forward, he also added some details about it. So for a beginner who has no idea about what a component can do, they can also get some idea about it from his app. And then what he also did was, some of the we had this in paperwork, that is, we had to write what are the components that we are taking, the date we are taking, and by when we will return. So that was a lot of paperwork as well, and he very nicely reduced that by also adding the third screen, which is entering component data. And by that we could add the component name, the details, the image that was uh, a choice and not mandatory. And then we can save it so that the one in charge, they will get to know that which student is taking which component, and they'll also have a track of all these components. So I think that these are two great examples that students are building. And let me tell you that these are just very few. And there are people like there's a another student from Nepal who made an app that was solving their waste related issue in his particular locality. So we can imagine that how much power this particular platform has, and how students are solving a lot of problems with this particular thing. Now, moving forward, this is the solution that I had made to make virtual learning better, especially for students in rural areas. I have been a very active social worker, and I used to go to NGOs to teach students. But most of the times, what happened was they weren't interested at all to learn, or they did not find anything fascinating in the books. And that led to, even though there are so many literacy drives that are there in a country, but that doesn't guarantee the students are actually interested to learn. So this was a part of another hackathon as well, and this was a solution that I came up with, and it had to be in Power Apps. So I'll just play the video to give the demo. So I named it Shikshalay, and then we can log in with it by using our username and password. And this can be used by all the students, and this will open to a similar platform where they can learn about the app, where they'll get resources based on the classes that they're in. There's a discussion forum where they can ask their questions, and an interactive quiz by which the learning will get even better. And this a kind of review system that will help us be better. And this selfie thing, I think all students love. So we had done that, and a profile where they can see about them. And let's display.
Namaskar.
I'm not sure if you could hear that. And this was mixed reality, so that a bit of fun element, that is what we wanted to add in our app as well. And what we saw was in the part where we are translating from English to Hindi, we see that many students, they are not quite comfortable in English. So we had done that in Hindi. And this was the MR part, so that students, they can see what they are learning, and that way the learning will get more better and even quite interesting as well. So this is what our app had, that was to learn about our app, since some students may not be that technically adept, so they can click on that and learn what is there in our app in the form of a YouTube video. And from SEER resources, they'll get all the resources that they have, that is all the subjects that they are there. And from play quiz that I just mentioned, that is they depending on all the subjects that they are undertaking, they'll have a quiz and they can play that, and that's the fun element that we wanted to add. And in the next page we saw the camera thing where they'll click a selfie, and they'll, with expressions, they'll tell us if they're liking our app or not. And in that way, that would act as a feedback system for us as well. And last was the mixed reality part, to make students foresee things that they are learning. And this was a very small demo, and it was not the quite of app that can be given to production, but I wanted to show my idea. So that is how I formulated it in the form of a demo. Is another demo by me, and this was a part of the Smart India Hackathon, and it was a project by Ministry of Power. And before I start, I would say that their problem statement was to predict flood in hydro projects, and also make public aware of like the impending flood. So since this video is in fast forward, I will first explain what I did, and then I'll just play the video. So like before starting, what we can see is there is a kind of dashboard. So we had used Power BI, and our solution was that we'll have IoT devices like LoRaWAN, then sensors that will be mounted on the dam. And from there, the reading, it will come in form of API, and then they'll show in our dashboard. So we made our own API and integrated this live API with a dashboard, and it was showing us the live data of different factors like humidity, water level, rainfall, and so on. And we also had added heat maps so we could know what is the flow of water, or let's say just to add some more visualizations to our dashboard. And then when we see the video, we'll see that we also had nice graphs so that the people of Ministry of Power, they can select a particular date, a time range, and the particular parameter that they want to check. Let's say if it's humidity or rainfall, and they can do that as well. And at the end, I had integrated a small Power App within this dashboard. And what it would do is the people from Ministry of Power, they would need to log into the app, and it had three simple buttons. So they would first check our coded dashboard. If we had all made two dashboard, one was this one, and another one we had coded it. So they would see some other factors that were there in our dashboard. And then and since they are experts in this field, they are the best ones to decide if it's the right time to generate an alarm. So we had that emergency button as well. And we had another button that only on single click it would send an email, a tweet, and SMS as well. So if there are high chances of flood, uh, an email would be sent to other officials, a tweet would be made so that people can be aware, and the SMS would be sent to the local people along with NGO helpline numbers so that they can get any help if required. And we had also integrated a call functionality so that people in areas where they are where they don't access SMS much, they can get the call which was recorded in their local language and could tell them that hi, there's a flood that is impending. Please take the necessary actions. So that was the solution. I'll just play the video now. This was the live data that was coming in. This was the heat map that I just talked about, and it was Tista River that I considered. And this was a graph that I was talking about where they could see parameters of particular date range or particular parameters that the officials wanted to see. And last was this Power App that I just talked about where they can log in. So here I just put in myself as the admin and signed in, and this was check updates. This will take me to my recorded side. Emergency information would raise alarms, and tweet would send email, tweet, and even SMS. So you could see there was a tweet that was made and email that I got. And if you can see me there on the camera there, I know it's not visible, but from Twilio, the SMS was coming as well. So from this, and let me tell you, for all of these things, that is to make this connector, I used zero amount of code, and it was, and I don't even have to write this entire template on my own. It was already present. I just had to make the connections, and it was ready to go. So that's it. That's all the examples that I wanted to show. And I would like to also announce that even this year I'm speaking in MS Build, but for a table talk. And this is the link where you can go and RSVP it. That is aka.ms student power table talk. And I think that with all the examples that I just showed and with the journey that I talked about myself, I only wish that if this low code platforms could be a part of our curriculum, or if we could know about it from our early stage of learning, it would have been an added advantage. But let's take this into consideration that this is just the start. And if we as students can take this forward, speak about it, and at least spend some hours of our daily time into working with it, and not, and I would also say that let's not just focus on the low code part, we can be pro code and low code as well. So in this table talk, me and other students as well will be talking about our life story, about how we have used our platform, and some other topics as well. So I would say that it would be nice to have you in a power table talk that we have named it. That's it from me, and it was very short since I didn't want to keep you hanging on a weekend. So if you have any questions, I would love to answer that. Thank you. I'll also paste this link on the chat. I'll paste this link in a while.
Thank you, Hemantika, for a wonderful session. And as a student, this is really big achievement that you guys are doing. Like you have just sourced few demos like that disaster management related and other demos. That was really great. I really appreciate you and your team for being so active in Power Platform, and I'm hoping few more students will join you by this session in a short time.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Sagar.
Thank you.
Any questions, anyone? Yeah. We don't have a question till now, I guess. Let me quickly see.
We don't have.
Yeah, we don't have any questions till now.
Yeah, so here I would like to say something. Thanks, Amantika, for a beautiful session. The apps that you demoed, they were absolutely beautiful, and we are really happy to see students having great ideas and transforming them using Power Apps. And we would like to, invite many more students who, like you, who will be willing to join and with such a great idea. So thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It means a lot.
Thank you, Preeti, for your extraordinary suggestion about the demos and other things. Also, Haimantika, do you want to share anything extra, your experience about joining Microsoft and doing this from scratch, or anything else special, or any special kind of moment which you have feel during this time?
I think one thing that I would like to mention, since and this is very specific to India, and we know that how much engineering is a trend here, and like the tired of college is also a very big, I would say, debatable topic, and people often think that like it's very important to have or be in a nice tired college, and even I used to be one of them. But and I was also one of them who I applied for many openings in Microsoft and got rejected for almost all of them except this one. So I would say that to all the students who are there, that is this everybody has different journey and different learnings as well, but being a part of communities, they definitely had an ace over, because I remember talking to my HR and he was mentioning that hey, I already knew about you because read about your stories in MS Learn. I had also been featured in 2 stories. So and that was being featured because people liked my work. And I would say that for every student, and even I did not do all of this thinking that I want to be featured. I did it because I liked it. So I would say that if devoid of the college that we are in, if we are doing something that we really like, it can open doors to many opportunities and even dream companies, because Microsoft was a dream for me. And I think that this definitely paid, my hard work definitely paid some, I would say it definitely helped me a lot.
That's really great. And this is really inspirational for many of us. Like even we are also student. You can say hey, even every professional or every man is a student until and unless he looking for learning something new. So today many of us have learned so many new things and looking forward for learning so many new other things from other young people like you. And also if there is any student and they just want to share any suggestion or have any question, they can ask. I can see one raised hand from Ram.
Yeah, Ram has raised his hand. Ram, do you have any questions? I don't think so, actually.
Maybe
You can unmute yourself, Ram, if you want to speak something, you have any suggestions. So So please unmute yourself and you can speak out.
Hi Sagar, we are this side.
Hi. Hi.
Sagar, right now I am working as a software developer, and I have
Mhm.
started learning D365 from last 1.5 month. So what you suggest? What I have to do? I have to give any type of exam or something like that for my better future or good growth in the current job or anything.
See, as per my suggestion, you can go ahead with the Microsoft Learn. They are providing a lot of material to learn and start with the Power Platform in D365, and gradually you will learn yourself also. Like whenever you try to learn with the trial environments of D365, you can create your trial environment, and that is free for 30 days. So you can gradually move your hands by trying so many things over Power Platform and D365 Dynamics 365 family.
Yeah, right now
So
I am learning from that exam material, that PL200, and I have started
mhm,
one by one steps and each and everything from the topic, and I am learning myself
okay.
itself. So apart from this, any suggestion from your side or Ankush, apart from both of you? Because you both are very much good in the Dynamics 365, so that's a suggestion.
Yeah. Ankush, would you like to add anything extra?
Nothing. I think you have covered everything. MS Learn is the thing which I have started my career, so I believe that's one of the best platform to learn. And also do join all these sessions which we are conducting. So it will
Sure,
also help
sure.
you.
I will, because I this is my first session, and I will sure try to join each and every session of yours. Thanks, that's amazing.
Because to be honest,
Just we
it's
have
like every day is a new learning in this community. Like when I joined, I know what exactly I was 2 years back, and now what I know like what exactly I am. So
Yeah,
it will help
exactly.
you in many ways. We are conducting different sessions, so it will help us as well. It's not about you like the complete audience, but the organizer as well. So it's good.
Okay,
just
okay.
to add what others said, we have
Yeah.
here. Okay, thing. Okay, and when you go and get a trial, so just go explore anything. Just don't go by what is given there in the learning path. There might be a specific for a specific functionalities. Okay, but when
Mhm.
it comes to an application or kind of externalizations, it is a kind of limitless options are there. Okay, don't
Mhm.
hesitate to do any kind of weird things on the application. Try to find out the different ways. It's not only about the learn where you can get the learning, but also go look at the different blogs, what people have done to achieve certain of the things. You can pick any kind of industry, or you can pick any kind of process that you want to design, develop across. So what happens with the CRM? Just given all an idea, CRM is nothing but it is when you start relating it to your day-to-day activities or what you do in any of your businesses. Like even if you go and buy the laptop from any store, there is a sales process. When you go and do servicing to your mobile, there is a service process. If you go and open your Gmail or anything, there are certain marketing processes you will find out. So what happens, you are already surrounded by so many CRM related processes. Try to develop that into your application. Try to explore what are the features that are being given, or if they are not been there, how you can go and customize that. So Dynamics as a platform or Power Platform, as in it is a complete capable of doing all these things. Okay, with a little bit of configurations. If they are not readily available, there are so many other options to customize them. Okay, and when it comes to a trial, don't worry, it's not gonna collapse or it's not gonna charge you anything, or no one is gonna go and fire you. Okay, but because you are just going and trying it out. Even if your solution gets screwed, go reset the complete organization, again do the things. Okay, it's all about learning. Even if you ask us today that okay, I want to achieve, it's not always we will be ready with the answers or all processes are available readily in the Dynamics. So what you have to do, you have to explore the things, learn out of your experiences. There will be no always a single solution in Dynamics for a specific problem statement. Okay, so there can be multiple ways of doing the things. The only thing, you might not be knowing all of them. At least go and get an idea what could all all that solutions be. Okay, so that's the only solution from my side. So it's
Thanks.
vast.
Thanks, Vivek.
Don't yeah. So don't consider that you can get mastered in all these kind of customizations or developments things. Focus on certain of the things. Like Hemantika has specifically gone for Power Platform or a Power Apps, right?
Mhm.
So if you think you want to get into a low code, no code kind of platform, Power Apps is the best option. If you want to get into business applications, okay, then Dynamics 365. If you want to go and get into another kind of like RPA is there, robotic automation, process automation. There are so many other things like Logic Apps. If you want to get into, if you are because you are a developer and you like coding, then you can get into Logic Apps as your functions or as your development. So there is a sky's the limit when you get into these technologies. So it is not only Dynamics. You can get into any other Power Platform community, Power Platform technology, and you will find so many of other options in that. Okay, and in terms of career, you can find there are so many options available, or there are so many openings available around the Power Platform as a stack. It's not only for Power Apps, not only for D365. There are so many other things. Okay, so it will help you out in your career, in your learning, and in your exposure as well. Okay.
Sure. Thanks. Thanks a lot, buddy. Last question to Hemantika. You have just mentioned that you can get the certification to for free by participating in the cloud skill. Can you please share the
Yeah.
link or from where can I get this type of get the challenges to get a certificate if possible?
Yeah, like the build that is coming up, I'm giving you the link to register for build. So once build is live, it will the cloud skills challenge will be there as well. Just a second.
Yeah, sure.
Cloud skill challenge is not okay. It's there. Yeah, I thought it's not listed yet. I'm giving you the link. There are a lot of trainings also that like Power Platform training days and all where they give us free certifications. So you can participate in that and get free vouchers.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks a lot, Hemantika. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to add one more thing apart from
Yes.
just Hemantika side. You can also attend the Power Platform virtual days. That will be around 4 to 5 hours on a single day, and you can get a lot more details regarding the Power Platform in a detail in the depth. And also there is a chance you will get free coupon code for Microsoft examination, certification examination. That would be the very good idea to get free exam certifications along with the knowledge.
Yeah,
So
that is also right because it is 5,000 is not too much amount, but sometimes it feels that if I get to fail and so I have to give another chance. So it's not a big amount, but sometimes it's yeah, it's going to free. Then I will try my best for that.
yeah, also you will get so much new things by professional Power Platform developers or maybe Dynamics professional. At least you can clear all your doubts over here. They are also providing so many learning related materials. One more thing I just want to add, you can join our Kaizala group
Okay.
that contains more than 800 people, and where you can post all your queries, whatever the query is. It is like basic query or what kind of whatever the query type, you can post it over there, and you will get some response from one of our champs, or multiple people will help you in your queries.
Sure. Perfect. Perfect. I will join.
Yes.
Sure. Thanks, Sagar.
Yeah, yeah.
I've just
Great.
shared the
Thanks.
link, guys. I just shared the link to 365 champs, the LinkedIn and the Kaizala, so you can join from here. Yeah.
Sure. Perfect. Perfect. Thanks. Thanks, Ankush. Thank you, guys. Again.
Any other questions?
I don't think so till now. No question.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Anyone wants to share their experience?
So, hi
So I
Mantika, this
think
is Venkat. One question. So, if any college wanted to participate in this particular student enabler program by Microsoft, is there any particular process that you would suggest for them to enroll?
Yeah, I'm sharing the link. So it's about like students, they have to individually go ahead and apply. And application process, like there will be some simple questions on like if you get selected, what will you do and all those. So I'm sharing the link so that students, they can get to be a part of this. And also like even in this program we get different opportunities. We used to get LinkedIn Premium. We also get MTC vouchers. So there are a lot of things that we get as perks for being a student ambassador, and that's where my learning started basically. So yeah, that would be nice if any students would love to join.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Then I think we are good to stop the recording. So I'll quickly go and stop the recording here.
Yes,
Uh, we still have 7-8 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I'll just stop the recording.